What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Real Worker Gaming channel and to a new game that we'll be playing on the channel here today. Today we're going to be playing some Space Engineers. For those of you who haven't heard about the game, Space Engineers is a survival sandbox game where you go and you collect resources to make different structures and different types of vehicles. So you can make vehicles, land vehicles with wheels, or you can make spacecraft that you can use to fly up out into space to go and mine resources from asteroids, or even to visit other alien planets to get the resources that you need. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it and get our game set up. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to head over to custom game, and we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom to our star system, because we want to do a survival game that doesn't really have any limits, because this series is going to be a fully modded series where we try to incorporate a lot of the DLC aspects of what Space Engineers has to offer. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to name our survival series here, and I think we're going to call it Survival Realistic. Yeah, so what we're planning to do is we'll keep everything survival offline. We'll turn autosaves on. We're gonna go and we are going to go to advanced settings first. So the reason why we're gonna name the series Survival Realistic is because we're gonna go with all of these settings being in realistic mode. The default is 3 times, so that means everything kind of goes by pretty fast. So even the welding and the grinding speeds, everything is going to be realistic. We're not going to mess with the environmental hostility because I kind of don't want asteroids yet. Asteroids are a pain, especially when you have your land vehicles kind of driving around, and they just kind of mess up the voxels or the terrain, and this makes it really impractical to even have a wheeled vehicle to move around because you just keep falling into holes. So we're gonna keep our asteroid amount, our density on high. We're gonna leave everything here to be the same. View distance, yeah, we're gonna leave that to be the same. We're not gonna mess with it. 2 hours. Let me just go through here and just kind of get this set up really quickly. So now that we have all of our advanced settings added in, we're gonna go to our mods. So we are going to start off with some mods. The mods that we are going to add in here are just quality of life mods, because the main goal for this series is to whatever mods we want to put into the game that kind of change how the game kind of plays, we have to go ahead and purchase it. So anything from like building blocks or vehicles, so I am planning to get some of the vehicles from the Steam Workshop into the game just to kind of show off some of the creators ships that they have, because some of these creators are so creative and they have a lot of really beautiful aesthetic designs of ships and different types of vehicles in here. So I'm planning to add that in here. So what I do need from you guys, though, I do need your help as far as to putting a price tag on a lot of the vehicles. But once we get into the game, we'll kind of dive into that a little bit more so we can see. These are the mods that we're going to be starting the game with. So as you can see, it's just all quality of life mods. It doesn't add any new blocks, and it doesn't really do anything much for the game. So we're going to be doing the Earth-like drop pod, which is the easiest one. Here we go, guys. Yeah, so kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. We did kind of fall where there's snow, so we can get ice fairly easily, but man, the terrain over here kind of sucks. So we are gonna have to probably move to find somewhere a little bit more compatible for us to build. So let's hop out of here. Let's go back into first person. Let's go over our drop pod here a little bit really quickly. So we have our passenger seat here. Our passenger seat has some tools in here for us, gear. So we will need the gun and the ammo. And there we have our drill. We have our grinder, our drill, and our welder that we'll be using. And this is a GPS pod. We're actually going to use that right now. Let's go around here. We have a battery giving power to the drop pod. We have our survival kit, which is our respawn point, and actually our first refinery that we're going to use to kind of refine up some stone into gravel to be able to get some iron, nickel, and silicon from out of the stone itself, to just kind of start putting down a little main base so that we can use. So we can go inside of the inventory here Here we have our suits inventory, and this is everything that we just picked up. We just picked up these 3 from the passenger seat, and then this is the inventory of the survival kit. If we were to hit this box right here, it'll show everything that's connected to the ship and everything that's in its inventory. Okay, so we're gonna go around to the other side. On this side we have the O2H2 generator. This has our hydrogen bottle inside of it. We're definitely going to need that there, and it has some ice. Now where we did land, we do have a bunch of snow here, so ice isn't going to be a big issue. For us, so I can use the hydrogen as much as I want. That shouldn't be a big problem. So let's go ahead and start digging out a hole somewhere close to the base here, so that we can start refining up some stone and being able to start making up a little base, so we can find a more suitable location to set up our main base. What you want to do is, whenever you start off in the game, if you are new to the game, you always want to crouch down, so hit C on the PC. Not sure the controls on the Xbox because I haven't played it on the Xbox, but crouch down, and then you just want to just kind of start digging out just a little hole, just going forward and just kind of making sure you're going down as a slant, so that way it's a little bit easier for you to get out of the hole if anything was supposed to happen. So I was getting a bit dark in here, so let's go ahead and turn on our lights and let's go down a little bit further. Right about here should be pretty good. So you see I can still come out of the hole and still be fine. Let's just go ahead. This is all stone. Usually if we were to spawn in, say, like the savannah, or even in one of the forest areas, would probably have to go down a bit until we kind of hit the bedrock and clear like the little soil. But since we're in the mountains here, majority of this is just pure stone, so it's going to be a lot easier for us to just farm up the resources here. So let's go ahead and start collecting some stone. We have our hole dug out here, and we started mining up some little ores down here, so we can just come down, grab the rocks, and then just bring it up and put it inside the survival kit. The survival kit then turns it into gravel, and then from the gravel that it's making, we get a little bit of iron, we get a little bit of nickel, and we get a little bit of silicon from this. I went ahead and I put all the other extra tools and the GPS pod and my weapons that I had picked up back into the seat, so that way I could carry more resources and I wasn't really limited. So this is going to take a while to kind of get enough resources to actually start up the base, so that we can make our basic assembler and our basic refinery. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna farm up a bunch of resources, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're starting to put down the layout for what this little starter outpost is going to be. All right guys, so right now we're waiting for the survival kit to kind of process some of the stone that we have in its inventory. So that's kind of our limiting factor right now. We definitely need to kind of push and get the base layout going. So we're going to go to production, and we're going to start making up some steel plates so we can start putting something down and have like a little footprint here on the mountainside. We're going to keep 100 of those steel plates, and while that's running, we're going to go ahead and grab some more of the stone that we have just laying here. While we're here waiting for this thing to kind of do its thing, we have a unknown signal that's kind of popping in. So the unknown signals, they'll either contain resources and credits, or they'll contain some kind of other component. So we want to probably go and gather that, since it's only 2.1 kilometers away from where we are. Here we are. With these unknown signals, they'll give you skins that you can use on your character to give your character a different look. So like I got a leopard welder here. I'm kind of looking for more of the lava stuff, like my gloves that I have on right now. And it also has a cargo pod right here. And see, we get 41 steel plates, which is awesome because we can... Oh no, it started running away. Ah! Oh my god. Let's go get it. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm thinking. Get stuck. Stuck. Stop. Move. Oh, okay. Nope. Almost. We don't want to get hit by this thing, because I think if we get hit by this, we'll probably die. That's weird. It just decided to Okay, runaway drop, unknown signal. Oh boy. Oh, look at it go. So unfortunately, right now we're not going to be able to. Come on, thing, stop. Let's see if we can stop it. No, we can't. So we'll just let it run, and we'll try and catch it. Hopefully, it comes to a stop really soon. Okay, awesome. It looks like it's gonna stop right here. This is a flat area, so it shouldn't roll any further. There we go. Awesome. All right, so it's about to stop. There we go. Right here. Finally. Jesus. Okay. So as I was saying, we got the steel plates, which we can use to start putting down the layout of the of our base, and we got some credits. So right now the game started us with 10,000 credits in our bank account, and we just picked up another 119. We have a very long way to go to actually get to where we can start buying in those mods to, you know, help us, give us a little bit of an edge in the game. And what I would like for you guys to do is I'll put a list of the mods before we actually pull them into the game, and then you guys can just come up with the cost of the what you guys think the mod should cost before we actually put them in. So that way, you know, you guys are kind of getting a little bit involved in some of the decisions that's being made, which is right. You know, we're playing this as a little community here, so your guys' input really helps me out for you guys to just leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think when we start when we get to that stage. Let's see how far the production was. See, we ran out of iron already. We only made 35 of that 100, so we gotta, let's throw this inside of the seat so that we can mine up some more stone and have the stone. I thought I had a bunch of stone right here. Maybe not. Anyways, so let's just mine up some more stone here. Now that we have our little survival kit running, we can start by going ahead, grab the steel plates from out of the passenger seat and start putting down our little foundation. We're lining everything up with the gravity, and then we're just gonna lay out possibly a 3 by 5. So we'll go out 5 and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There we go. And we want to have enough space so that we can expand and put everything down, so we have enough space to put down our basic refinery. Oh, you know what, we're also going to need our wind turbine, so we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. The reason we're going 10 high is to give it as much clearance as possible from the voxels here, so that the wind turbine can be as productive as possible. So you know what, we're also going to do 1, 2 more, throw that up, and then on this 10th block we're going to go out 2, because we're going to have 3 wind turbines on here. Next thing we want to do, we want to put down, so right here we're going to have a battery. We're gonna have our basic assembler right here, and if we could rotate it around, you can see that it has an access port on this end. Only one access port. If we flip it, see, it's only one, but we want to turn it to the right here. So we're gonna try to get everything connected up on this, going in that direction off here. So let's go ahead and see what we need. We have some steel plates. Let's go ahead and right click. We'll add that to the build planner. Build planner is right here, and you know, you hover over it, you can see all of the resources that you need to complete the basic assembler, and that's everything that we need. We can go over to the survival kit here, and we can see that we're still making some steel plates. We'll pull all of those steel plates out, and then we'll add all the components to the production queue that we need to build for the basic assembler. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit that. If you go over to production, everything is on here for what we need to get the basic assembler up and running. So we still need to gather a ton of stone. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that, and I will be right back. In the base game, without the scrap mod being on, we would have had probably would have had this assembler already done with all of the unknown signals that's already popped down, because we usually get resources back once you have scrapped it down. But because we have the scrap mod on, and then we can't turn any of that scrap metal into anything useful at this point in time until we get a basic assembler up, then it kind of doesn't make any sense to kind of do that. Speaking of the basic assembler, you know what, we'll go ahead and we'll get this kind of laid out as well, the basic refinery, because that'll do more and we can start scrapping all those unknown signals. So even though we're collecting them and we're getting the steel plates that we need, we still need to just kind of hold off a little bit until we can get this done. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna build this basic refinery first. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drop that here. We came over to collect this unknown signal here, and instead of giving us resources, it gave us a ton of credits and an advanced drill, which would make mining a lot faster. Only problem is, I don't think that with our basic setup right now, we still can't produce anything as fast as we can mine it. Let's get this new drill equipped here. Let's get this drill off of our menu. And as you can see, the tools that we can use, they're not grayed out as these are. So all we need to do now is just click on this, and then we have the new drill in our hand. The upgraded drill. So a tier 2, I would call this a tier 2, because the one that we have is I would say tier 1, but this one is a tier 2. So, or I would say I don't even know, tier 1, tier 2, call it whatever. It's upgraded drill. All right, guys, so we are about to get our basic refinery up and running. So as you guys can see, we only have everything up to that functional line. We don't have the other 16 steel plates that we need, but the way space engineers work, once you get it above the functional line, then it will start working. So if this was to take damage and go down to 74%, we would have to put resources in it for it to get back up to the 75% for it to start working again. So finally have this running. Unfortunately, we don't have our wind turbine yet, so we still got to wait for some more components. And we're back, guys, and we just finished grabbing all of our components that we need to get this windmill past the wind turbine, past the functional line, so we can get some power to the base. And there's another unknown signal. I will definitely go and grab that. There we go. Now this is up and running. Now all I need to do is to make sure this should have enough of power. Let's go over here and look at the control panel here. So the basic refinery requires 330 kilowatts of power. Okay, that's all working. Let's see how much power we're getting from the wind turbine. The wind turbine is giving us 355, which is great. So it's running at an optimal capacity right now. So let's go in here, let's mine up some more stone, and then after we mine up some more stone and we load everything up, we'll go ahead and head over to go and grab the unknown signal that just dropped. While that's going, let's sort of head over here and go and grab this signal. We might be able to get some steel plates. Well, this should be nice to have right now. Oh shit, I did not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh great, I forgot to bring the bottle, so we flew out, we didn't take our bottle with us, so now yeah, I have to run all the way over here to this unknown signal, and then we have to run like 2 kilometers back to be able to get back to the base. That's fun. Ah, ice. Oh boy. Hopefully we don't get attacked by wolves, because we're gonna die if we do. So once we get this the basic assembler up and running, we won't need to use the survival kit anymore, because we have two things. As it stands right now, I'm not even able to keep up with how fast the basic refinery can convert the stone into ingots. So what we might have to do is I might have to go ahead and build a little mining platform with some pistons to be able to have the continuous resources being fed straight into the basic refinery. Oh. Yeah, we gotta watch out for trees. Oh boy, not good. Good thing we had enough fuel. It wasn't this far. Fly over here and grab this body. Okay, so since we're already over here, let's see if we can grind down some of this thing here, because we have a grinder on us now. There we go. So we'll put a marker right there. We'll come back over and we'll finish grinding that down once we go and drop off all of this stuff over here. So now, because we have that that basic refinery, we can go ahead and always load that up with the scrap that we got. You can see here we have a bunch of scrap in here that we can just put inside of the basic refinery now, and it'll just turn it into either iron or something else, iron, nickel, or whatever was used to make that component. Now we have a basic assembler up and running. Awesome. So we have our basic assembler, and we have this fully maxed out, so we can get it all the way up to 100% because we have all the steel plates. That we only have 8, but we can get some more steel plates, not a problem. Now that we have the basic assembler and the basic refinery all hooked up, because you remember the port that was on that side that's hooked up to the basic assembler, so now the basic refinery, so now we can actually go in here, go into the inventory, and we can see the inventory for the basic refinery, and we can see the inventory for the basic assembler. So we're gonna need another wind turbine. Let's go up here. Let's put this, I'll put one there, and I'll set another one for right there. And what we'll do is we'll put all the resources that we can inside of here, and we'll right click to add it to the build planner, and we'll come down here. We'll go into the basic refinery, and we'll add everything that we need to the production queue. So what it does, it adds everything to the production queue for the wind turbine that we need. Hold on a second, I think I'm building something else that I don't need. Ah, shoot, no. Ah, crap. Crap. Let's go in here. Let's go to production, and let's, what's this? Cancel all of this stuff. We don't need any of that. All right, now, my fault. Our build planner is clear, and this should be everything to get this fully built. Yes, it is. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit! Woo! Almost hurt ourselves there. Definitely got to keep an eye on our fuel, and our energy is kind of low. Oh, that was close. So we'll top back up, and we'll get this wind turbine built. This should give us enough power to be able to run both the assembler and the basic refinery at the same time. We'll go down and we'll check here. Oops, see, and I still hurt myself. Ah, Jesus. Okay, so we'll head over. Oops. We'll head over here to the control panel, and as you can see, we have two turbines that's built. So we have 355 from here and 355 from here. So right now we're getting 710 power that's going into the base. It's going into this little outpost that we have here. So that means everything is running perfectly. So I'm guessing with that, we'll call this an episode here. We'll continue doing some mining to just kind of stock up on some resources. So for the next episode, we have everything that we need and we can just go ahead and build. So I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. Please, if you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you did enjoy the episode. And until next time, big up on yourself.